Yo, how we doing? Not Move Podcast. It's back at you again with another UFC fight card review. I'm your boy Jimmy. With me is my man Ja. And today we're gonna be breaking down UFC 321. Tom Aspinall defending his heavyweight championship in Abu Dhabi, Dubai. How we feeling, Ja?
I'm feeling like Tom Aspinall is going to make this a boring main event because he knocks him out right away.
Hey man, hey. I mean, there's some other intriguing fights on this card. I mean, I like the sound of that. Tom Aspinall defending his chip, trying to make a run in the division, cementing himself among the heavyweight goats. I like that. So if he goes on this run, like I think he's going to, I don't think there's no one in the division that can challenge him really.
I don't think the division is any good for him. There's no challenge there unless they bring somebody over from somewhere. There's no
Yeah,
challenge in the heavyweight division.
I feel you. I feel you. We
Personally,
had.
I'm here. I'm just here for the Mario versus Umar fight. That's what I'm here for.
That's what you're here for.
Yes.
All right, all right. We had some crazy underdog wins last week. Shout out Arachi Lang. He had a crazy right, like a straight right knockout. That was nuts. Some questionable decision calls too.
Wait,
Uh,
Orochi, that's the guy I picked just because of his name.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You got that right. The Mongolian. His nick. I should have peeped in on his nickname. Is the Mongolian Murderer. Hey.
Orochi, the Mongolian murder. Yo, oh
Yeah,
my
he's a
goodness.
dog, bro. He smoked him. Pharaoh, like you said, Pharaoh mauled Jasmine Judovic is probably gonna get. She's probably the number one contender fight for the who wins versus Weili versus Shevchenko in November. She'll probably fight the winner of that.
That's gonna be a banger.
Facts. And I mean, crazy judges on the Mike Malott hit Kevin Holland twice in the dick, and no point was taken. Nothing. It should have been called off. Kevin Holland lost off of his pride. It was bad. Bad judging in my opinion. But otherwise,
Before we get to the card, though, I have a question.
what's your question?
You've been seeing the reports about Patty versus
Yes, bro. Listen, when that becomes official, which I feel like they're gonna announce who Ilya fights in about a week or two. I don't think it goes very much farther because they got to start hyping up the uh Paramount card because
yeah, the first card of the year.
yeah. So I feel like that's gonna be coming soon. Maybe on Dana White's next little Instagram live. You know how he likes to just go live randomly on a Tuesday afternoon. All right, Pike fans, here's what we're doing. I feel like next week you might see he's gonna confirm the Ilya versus Patty, or he might confirm it after this in the post fight press conference after he runs his numbers. So we don't know yet, but I mean,
So
I'm,
Gaethje
I'm
retires then, right?
yeah, maybe he might, or he might just get another money fight. I don't know. Gaethje's up in the air to me. I can tell you this though, there is not a doubt in my mind that I will not pick Patty Pimblett, bro. I'm picking Patty Pimblett to beat Ilya. I don't care what the odds are. I'm taking my dog, Ben. I'm taking Patty.
Respect. I mean, I think the problem is, I think Patty's best chance is to grapple, and I don't think he's the better of the two grapplers.
Mm.
But I do think, and for him to win, he have to catch him with a submission. He have to submit him.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Hey, but that's a future fight card breakdown. Tonight we going over UFC 321. So how about we just start at the top of the card? Uh,
So
right.
first fight you have Jacqueline versus Masuki,
Mm-hmm.
and I have this. This is how I see it, right? I see Jacqueline winning if she gets a finish.
Mm-hmm.
If there's no finish, I give it to Masuki. And I don't see it being a finish, so I'm going Masuki.
See, I'm going with Jacqueline Amarim. She's longer. She's pause. She's better on the ground, and I think she's a more aggressive in my opinion. Mizuki's been out of the game for a while. She's had two fights in 5 years. So I don't know the inactivity. It just kind of it's a white flag or a red flag in my opinion. So I'm going with the more active Amarim in this fight.
It's a white flag. However, she's a more of a decision fighter, I mean, which Jacqueline is not. So the longer the fight progresses, I think the less the chance Jacqueline has to win. And I don't see this being a finish.
That's fair.
Next, you got Azat versus Mitch. And look at these two. I mean, Zach is, well, no, Azat is the bigger fighter in terms of height, reach, leg reach, everything. He's the bigger fighter. He is the more, I don't want to say he's the better on the ground or better submission guy, but like he wins by his,
Hmm.
he's more of a finisher. He's more of the finisher between the two. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
with Azit because I just think Azit is the better fighter.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm also on Adzat. I feel like Adzat was in a tough fight against Tagir last time out, and he was able to uh, hold his own on the ground against Tagir Ulanbekov, who is a great grappler in my opinion, and he's one of the best in the sport in that weight class. So I think he's going to be able to get Mitch down on the ground and just kind of able to grapple him to a decision, maybe even find a submission. Mr. Poso is okay. He's not nothing special in my opinion. He's also on a two-fight losing streak, two decisions too. Like his last two fights were UDs against him. So I feel like this is a get right spot for as it comes out and wins.
Definitely. The next fight is Hamidi versus Chris Burnett. And I see Burnett going to sleep here. Honestly, I
Y-
see Chris going to sleep here.
Man, Chris Barnett's just so out. Bro's 5'9", 250, fighting in the heavyweight. Sometimes these people's health's got to be coming into question. He's an athlete. They call him like an athletic guy. He's a fat guy that does athletic things sometimes. He throws like a
I see
crazy
fat.
roundhouse. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
He throws some crazy stuff now and then. Again, he's coming off a knee injury that he sustained while in the fight after jumping like 5 inches off the ground and his knee completely shattered. Just based off that alone, I'm gonna pick Hamdi Abdul-Wahab, man. I don't know. I put this could be like if this gets out of round two, this could be the worst fight on the card just because they're both going to be gassed. But I feel like this has got to go. Uh, Someone's going out before in the first round, first two rounds for sure.
and if I'm Chris trainer and all they're training his stat and everybody's around him,
Hmm.
he wouldn't be a heavyweight. He shouldn't be a
No.
heavyweight. He's too
Well,
small, height wise, reach wise, length wise. He's too small. But he just weighs so much like he's unhealthy.
yeah,
At that size, you should not be that big.
his story is he came from like a weight loss show and became a UFC fighter. He's got a couple of knockouts, but he's just not. I don't know. When you get to the middle of I don't know. Hamdy's nothing crazy neither, but he's not like some because Hamdy just picked up fighting himself. So these are two low level heavyweights. I just don't. I don't know. I'm just leaning Hamdy just because Chris isn't. I don't know. Very healthy in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I don't think you can sustain that for long. And I think what is he in his later 30s? I want to say he's in his
Yeah,
30s, right?
he's getting up there too.
And
Yeah.
he's getting up there in age. I don't. You keeping on that much weight at that size. I don't think it will benefit him any at
Hmm.
all. The next fight is Nathaniel Wood versus Jose Miguel Diago.
Hmm.
And honestly, I see I see it going to decision. I see Diago winning. I see Jose winning it going to decision. I think he's just gonna out. He's gonna be better on the feet, be better on the ground. He's gonna get it out like that.
I like that. I like that a lot. I also lean Delgado. Delgado is a upcoming prospect. I think he's going to be great in this division. He's got the reach advantage. He's a really talented striker. Nathaniel Woods been around the block. He's definitely been in the UFC's definitely UFC tested, UFC vetted. Um, Delgado hasn't been on the ground with as guys as like decent as Wood. I would say. I feel like Nathaniel Woods pretty good on the ground. Wood's path here would be on the ground for me, but if it stays standing, but even if it goes to the ground, I'm confident in Delgado's ground game to because he's got four submission wins himself, so he's not a slouch on the ground either. So I'm taking Delgado. I'm taking the new guy, but that is Wood's path to victory in my opinion. But I'm on Jose.
Like I said. No, next is Walker. His name is Walter Walker. That's a
Hmm.
nice name actually. And Louis Sutherland. Honestly, I think Sutherland will knock him out, but just because I like his name, I'm doing it again. I'm going with the ring fighter. I'm going Walter Walker.
Yeah, man, I agree. I'm also on Walter Walker. Louis Sutherland was supposed to fight Justin Taffa on the last the I think 2 cards ago on a fight night or something. I think it was recently, and he got moved up to this one. Walter Walker is a completely different guy than Justin Taffa. Walter Walker is going to get him on the ground, and he loves doing his heel hook thing. But I could see this being like a club and sub or a ground and pound. He doesn't even have to use the submit like that heel hook that he's been going after. I just Sutherland hasn't been on the ground with a guy like Walter Walker, so I'm taking Walter Walker.
Next is Lidovic versus Mativis. I'm saying those names wrong. I apologize. And honestly, um, Lidovic is a minus 142. However, I see this fight being closer, very
Hmm.
close. I think this fight is going to be very close. I see split decision going little. I see a split decision going his way.
Oh, and see, Ludwig Klein, he's all right. He's a definitely a pretty decent striker. Okay on the ground, nothing crazy, but he kind of tends to give up on himself. Rebecki has no quit in him at all. I don't know why Rebecki's even fighting because he just got his face caved in about 2 months ago by Christian Leroy Duncan. But uh in his last two fights, he's taken major damage, but he never gives up on himself. Klein, if he doesn't like win those like first couple exchanges, if he's not up in round two, he tends to like trail off. And Rebecki's a guy who will always put on the pressure. He's never going to give up on himself. I'm putting the money or my money on a guy who's not going to quit. I'm taking Rebecki, even though the damage around like his scar tissue buildup is kind of worrying to me. He could get sniped, but I'm going with Rebecca. Probably maybe sub, club and sub. That's what I'm
Rebecca, that's
calling.
interesting. Interesting.
Hmm.
I'm going with underdog here. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Next is Ikram versus Parks. Young Hey, you Young Park,
Hmm. The turtle,
the,
the
the
Iron
turtle.
Turtle.
That's Iron
Mhm.
Turtle.
Yeah.
Fire nickname. However, just like a turtle, he's going to be slowly falling, and he's going to get
Mm.
KO'd. I see him losing by KO by Ikram.
See, that's very possible. I'm not mad at that take, but that's gonna have to be in round one because I feel like if this goes into the later stages, Park he's a slow starter, but he builds. Ikram kind of gasses out. So if this is a live bet play to me, honestly, if you're gonna play this fight, I would say wait till you see how round one goes. Round one might dictate how it goes. Maybe if you're feeling frisky, you go Ikram round one KO. But I feel like if this gets into the later stages, Park's gonna look good. Park's an all around guy. He's been around the UFC for a while now. I think he's an all around good, pretty decent striker. Great on the ground. So yeah, that's how I see it. I feel like if it's early, it's Ikram. If it's late, I think Park can sneak one out.
My problem is I don't like guys who start off slow
Yeah, yeah,
because
I
you're
get you.
effectively losing the first round and a half.
Hmm.
Next is Nasrat versus Quillen.
Hmm.
Um, I'm looking. Quillen's a pretty smaller guy. I mean, Quillen's the pretty bigger guy. If it goes, honestly, I think on the feet, Nasrat is the better fighter.
Hmm.
I would think Quillen will have to take it to the ground, which I don't know if he's the better ground fighter or is it even. I'd lean more towards even. And I'm gonna go with Nasrat because I don't see it going to the ground particularly that much. I've seen it stayed on the feet and him controlling on the feet and getting the W by decision.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Quillen's a little green too. He's a young prospect. He's gonna get more chances in the UFC. He's a good fighter, but Nasrat's been tested. I lean Nasrat too. I think he, like you said, he's better on the feet. And Quillen's no slouch on the ground. I would probably say Quillen's a little bit better than Nasrat on the ground, but I don't see like that edge being exploited that much. So I'm with you. I'm taking Nasrat.
Moving on to the main card. Oh, no matter how many times I see him fight, I don't know his name. I don't know how to pronounce it. But you got Rodchick
Rakic, yeah.
versus Rodchick versus Asmat, and I'm not going to pronounce Ratchik's first name. Uh, Honestly, I think Ratchik can win. I want
Yeah.
Ratchik to win,
Hmm.
but there is this capability. There's a chance Asmat knocks him out.
Hmm.
But I'm gonna say he's going to go to decision, and Ratchik wins.
I like that call. I'm also on Rakic. I like Alexander Rakic. People are kind of jumping off the Rakic train just because he's lost three straight. But if you look at two guys he's lost to, is Jan Blachowicz, Yuri Prohaska, and Magomed Ankalaev. Like these are the top guys at this light heavyweight division, bro. Azamat picks and chooses his fights. He hasn't fought. He's had some pretty incredible KOs, but he hasn't fought anyone on the caliber as Rakic. Um, he definitely has great striking, but I'm going with Rakic. I think Rakic will get him to the ground. He Azamat hasn't really been tested on the ground either, so I'm on Rakic. Maybe a ground and pound, maybe just a decision, but I like Rakic. I don't get why people are jumping off the Rakic train and jumping on the Azamat hype train
Yeah, because
because he
it's
ain't fought
closer than I
nobody.
think it is. I think it's closer than it should be.
Hmm.
Ratchet
I
is
feel,
a negative 105, and Asmat is one negative 115.
hmm.
That's too close in my liking. Honestly, I think it should be Asmat a high underdog in my opinion. I don't think in terms of talent is that close to him.
Yeah, yeah.
And the next fight is Alexander Volkov versus Gelton. And I'm not a big fan of Volkov. I've
Mm.
never been a big fan. I'm not. It's something about the one round where you give me one round, you win, and or lose. I don't like that. Unless you're Aspinall, that doesn't work because you don't. It doesn't work, and that's why I'm gonna go Gelton for the simple fact that I think the longer the fight goes, the more he's gonna be tired of gas because we don't typically see him later in fights, and that's my whole point.
Yeah, my thing is though, like Jelton's definitely going to try to get this on the ground. Like that's his only path to victory. Jelton has no chance striking with Volkov at all. If Jelton gets Volkov to the ground, I feel like it's going to be pretty hard for Volkov to get back up. But here's the thing: Volkov's been in camps before. He's fought wrestlers before. He did pretty well against Marcin Tybura, who's also a grappler. And Jelton hasn't gone up against a guy like as strong and as big as Volkov, in my opinion. Volkov is, I believe, like maybe like 5. He's huge. Volkov is like 6'7". Um, and Volkov has that striking power, bro. Like we've seen Jelton get hit, and he kind of wilts a little bit. And I feel like if this stays on the feet, which I think Volkov's whole plan is for it to be on the feet, just like if he just stays low and defends the takedown, Jelton has no hope of winning this fight. So I'm on
No,
Volkov.
I don't disagree with that. I just think he's going to constantly keep.
Yeah,
Not, I
yeah,
don't want to
yeah,
say Marab because that's
yeah,
one
yeah, yeah.
no one could do that. But he's going to constantly shoot. He's going to get a couple takedowns, and he's going to tire Vocal Folk, tire them hands out, make him use his hands while tiring him out. That's what I feel like. That should be his. I'm assuming that's his approach.
Hmm.
I'm hoping. I'm just assuming it'll work.
No, I
Next
feel
is
you.
next is what I feel like should be the co-main. I don't. I think this is a disservice not giving us 5 rounds, in my opinion. I think it's a disservice. I think Umar versus Mario Batista. Umar Nurmagomedov. I don't say his last name wrong. I don't even.
No,
Just
you,
happy right
you
now.
you pretty much
Versus
got it.
Mario Batista. I think this is gonna be amazing fight. I'm a big Umar guy, so I'm gonna pick Umar. But I think this is gonna be the fight of the night. I think this is gonna be the fight of the night.
Wow, man. All right, that's heavy claims. That's heavy claims. I'm also with you. I'm on Umar. I think this is going to be a decision. Mario Batista in the press conference is like, "Yeah, I gotta come out and make a statement. First round knockout." I was like, "There's no way you're doing that, buddy." Um, I'm still mad at you for ruining Jose Aldo's legacy. The getting that still makes me mad to this day.
I
But
ruined his legacy.
Mario beat Jose on a return fight when Jose was beating him the whole fight and he just started clinching up
So
against the cage. That's what it was. But I think Umar wins. He's better on the ground. probably a better striker. More than likely, he'll just keep him at range with his teep kicks and stuff. I think this is just an Omar decision. Omar really doesn't even have to win the fight either because it's in Abu Dhabi, and you know how those judges like to be. But uh, yeah, this is Umar all day.
Yeah. Next we got Reina versus Mackenzie.
Hmm.
Say it again. I don't like up against her.
Yeah, man. Jandarova versus Dern, bro. You know who the UFC wants to win this fight. They're promoting the crap out of this fight, and it's pretty easily seen who they want to win. Verna's 37, Dern's 32. Dern is probably the face of this card if it wasn't for Aspinall. Um, I
Umar's
feel
here. Hello. Hello.
yeah,
Hello.
yeah.
Hello. Umar's here.
Listen. Umar's good, but Umar's not bringing in the eyes, man. Like
Umar was
they
literally brung to the UFC to challenge
I know.
Morale.
Listen, man. Listen, this is the eye candy fight, man. This is what the UFC wants. They want the pretty champion. They want Mackenzie Dern to win. I think Mackenzie Dern does win because she's a better striker, and she's. I feel like they cancel out on the ground, and Verna tends to gas out in the later rounds. Plus, also, Dern's 37, bro. Like I said, it's experience. Like she's just getting over the age, man, to get that chip back. And I'm just on Dern.
Thinking Duran, but I don't know why. It's something about her. I just can't put my finger on it. I just don't like it. I don't know what it is. I just don't.
Hey man. I mean this shouldn't even be really a championship. This is weird that it's a championship fight. It's only a championship fight because Wei Lee went up and they want this
Okay, I was very confused on why it is the championship fight.
yeah, that's the only reason that it's a championship fight. But
Oh yeah, you got to relinquish your belt now.
yeah, because that's why Islam had a relinquished one. That's the only reason Ilya's champ right now.
Yeah, the only reason. Little shot. Oh, no.
He knocked out my boy, man. I'm always gonna have a
He
little bit
knocked
of
out my boy too, but
yeah,
listen, man,
man.
my
He
boy was
knocked out
jumping
a
from back. He was jumping back and forth in weight. It man, it
yeah.
is what it
I
is.
know. That's
The
our
type
boy,
of
bro.
gloves they had, there's a lot of excuses I will make. But next is Tom versus Game. Tom by first round, anything. It doesn't matter what. Knockout, submission, stoppage, it doesn't matter. Tom Aspinall in the first round.
Yeah, I'm on that all day, man. Tom Aspinall, round one sub, probably 2 to 3 minutes in. It's just Shiragan's just not good on the ground. He's a good striker. He's fluid. These guys both are the most athletic heavyweights in my opinion. They both can stick and move, but Shiragan has a really bad weakness to the ground, and we've seen it all. We've seen it on hand so many times, and I think Aspinall is going to try to do what John Jones did and maybe do it faster because Jones subbed gone in like 2 minutes, so maybe Tom chases that and tries to get it done quicker.
Yeah, because John didn't have to chase it. It was just there the whole time.
Yeah, it was just
Yeah, yeah. It was bad.
oh.
They ain't put him in a weak guarantee, and he trapped to it.
Yeah, it's just I don't know.
It sucks.
Gon's had so many opportunities at the chip too. This is his third. Like the UFC wanted this guy to be champ so many times. Like they thought he could beat Ngannou, which I think is crazy. But yeah, I don't know. This is the third time they've wanted to fight or they've set up this fight.
I mean,
Like I said earlier, Gon's ducked it every time. Now it's his time to pay the piper, and he's just gonna get laid out again. I think that's it for us. Honestly, shout out the sponsors. Shout out Not Move Podcast. Check out the store. In that, if you scroll down at the bottom, it has all the sponsors that we got on there. It can take you to all the stuff with the promo code Not Move, where you get a discount. It's Walmart, NFL Shop, MLB Shop, all types of stuff, man. MyBookie.ag and BetUS. We got all types of great fights. Put some money down on these guys. If you responsibly, of course, if you got faith in them. But anyway, that's oh my fault,
and
my
one
fault.
more, no, just one more thing. We're doing a raffle. We're doing a jersey raffle. Talent entry just up to the YouTube, and you may be the chance to win. We're doing customized jersey of your favorite team, you name it. We're doing the jerseys, NFL jerseys. So just join the raffle, so to the YouTube, and maybe you'd be the one to win.
Yeah, man. We got all types of content coming out constantly. We got the NBA moving now. We got all the NFL stuff still rolling. I got a college football show with Otis that I got tomorrow. We going over that. So a lot of content here on the Not Move podcast. So stay tuned, lock in and log out.
I'm all out.
Peace.
This non-casual podcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or reused without the authorized written consent of the Not Move Podcast Network. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.